and let's see if we can get this guy to work. So FRep's a little finicky on the screen. Sometimes you have to like start and stop the service. Sometimes you have to just kill Final Fantasy and come back in. Let's see if it works. It did. So perfect example. Like you're running your script and you're like, oh man, my script failed because I have this thing. So there's two ways we can approach this. We'll abort, and we can take a screenshot. If you're using Nox, you can just do a screenshot here. If you're using your phone, you can just take a screenshot of it. And so we have this use Lapis. So our script failed because you go in, it clicks next, and now it assumes that you're going to be moving to the next phase because it's not anticipating the screen. So that's going to wait for 30 seconds and fail. So we're going to abort. And we need to edit this script to support this functionality. So here we are again, and we know that it's after this character select the difficulty where it checks to see if you have enough Lapis. So we're going to check this so that we add the step we add is going to exist right here, and we're going to add the screenshot we just took by going to image and from file. And it should be at the top here. Use Lapis or energy, yes. So we're going to wait for that, and we're going to wait for this energy recovery. Right up here at the top. Why is this not doing it? Okay. It's a little weird on my... And because I am OCD, we're going to make sure we get that nice and covered. This is just a happy little match area. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. Oh goodness gracious. So here we go. We got that added. We know that pops up relatively instantly, so we're just gonna maybe wait 3 seconds on that one. In fact, you know what? Let's get fucking crazy. Let's just wait 1. And we'll say that this is Lapis. Refresh. We need to add the actual thing to do when we get this screen. And that's going to be in an image. No, it's a touch. We're going to touch from the file. This is new, it's at the top. We're going to touch that one, and we're going to hit use Lapis, apply. So now it's going to wait for the screen. It finds that it's going to go here. And then we need 2 more steps. So we're going to need to go back to old Final Fantasy here. And since we know we're going to use Lapis, we need to get a screenshot of the next screen that comes up, which is this one. So we're going to take a screenshot of that. And we're going to go back to FRep, try to pull down the slider and go to it from here. Makes things a little more seamless to go back and forth. So we added our stuff to that sequence. Oops, it's the wrong sequence. Let's go back to the one we're actually working on. Alright, so we added Lapis Refresh and the tab to go with it. So now we need to add the second screen. From file, should be this top one. Apply. We're going to key off of this text here. And then slide that over. And let's get OCD with it. Cool, apply. That one's instantaneous too, so we're gonna hit 1, and that's like sure. Ooh, telly. I'll answer that in a second. All right, so set that for 1. We're gonna apply, and we have to add another one for the actual touch. So let's go here. We'll add touch from files. The top one. That looks good. We're going to drag the dot to yes, apply. So now we have our 4 steps to handle Lapis Refresh. So the first thing that needs to happen is we're going to go here and we're going to say, so yeah, if it finds the screen, we're going to keep going next. But if it doesn't find the screen, we're just going to skip to the rewards. So that way, it's not like we're not going to run through these steps unless that screen exists. Otherwise, we're just going to skip to the next one. So we'll save that, and we'll go back to Final Fantasy, and now let's test it. So we're going to hit no. We don't have Lapis. We're going to try to proceed. So let's get the right loading experience. Let's kick it off. So it finds that screen, finds Lapis screen, and it starts rolling. We'll click on that middle one. We have the right team, so it went through that really quickly. If it didn't have the right team, it would start to scroll until it found it. Now we're in our turn loop. It knows this, so it's clicking repeat over and over again because we didn't have we didn't set up the turn. So what I'm going to do is just pause the script. And if we had these guys set up beforehand, it would, it would kill everything and then hide the sword. So what we probably need to do is click her too so that the sword goes away. And then what's going to happen is when we hit repeat, that sword will go away, and you can see that a bunch of stuff happens. Like the very last thing that happens before you can perform your next repeat is that the sword right here comes into vision. So you see Battle 3 or 4, sword pops up. Oh my god, is there a faster way we can do this? Magic damage, Serpente. I don't even know what this person does. Whatever, let's just keep using fucking Ultima Blow. So yeah, that's why you want to go through a run first and make sure that your person here can carry this, either by giving them onion swords so that they have blade bullets, or something that they can use to clear everything really quickly so that we're keying off of their sword, not this one. We don't have to worry about who this is. We can just know that this person can kill everything and that sword will disappear, and then that's how we know our script will work. Sucks that I have to use this person though, because I want to use them for the event. So make sure you do all your event stuff first. Alright, so that's the last turn. So I'm going to resume the script. We're going to skip all the phases. Actually, no, we're not. We're just going to abort. Alright, so now we're going to start the script again. You can see that it's finding the things. Since it didn't have the Lapis refresh, it skipped right through. Now we're going through. And so it's going to look for the sword. You can kind of see it right here. But it's going to wait for the sword. When it finds it, it's going to hit repeat. She's not enough to kill this by herself. So that's why we want to have someone that can handle their business. So let's just use Servant of the Blade. No, let's use Dual Slash. Alright. Because of 60 seconds, you can maybe know that you can, when it hits repeat, nothing's going to happen, so you can kind of stage the turn beforehand. But now it's actually cycling through. So it's waiting for the sword. Turn 3, waits for the sword, finds it, hits repeat. Got 56 seconds to the next turn. It's waiting for the sword, finds it, hits repeat. Now it's going to wait for the kill screen. Remember how we had those clicks that were happening over here on the side? It's going to execute those steps. Starting to click because it found kill. Now we have the next. And then it clicks it. Now it's found the screen. It's doing the clicks right now up here. It's probably still clicking. Sometimes there's a lot of those, sometimes there's not a lot. Usually it doesn't really matter when you're going from, you know, like a higher level person, because they don't have as many abilities. But for low level people, it's kind of helpful to have that. And then it went through and looked, waited for the add friend, didn't find it, and then came back to our starting point, which is here. So once you have tuned this, you know, you've added all the random stuff that can pop up, connection errors, whatever. You saw the process I went through to add that. What we can do is go here to FRep, and we can edit our experience sequence to repeat. It takes 58 times if you have like 3.85 experience. Maybe you just want to do it in blocks of 10. So it's like 2 refreshes, and you want to set this to be a package, or actually you can set anywhere a package. Either of these works. So we'll just hit apply, save it, go back, and you know, other than that, it's just a matter of you know, adding to your list and keeping it maintained. So let's go back here. Now, go forth with your macro knowledge and just do everything. Macro everything. I know, Link, you got this, dude. You can macro your whole life now. Leaf, you can macro Florida State winning every game. No, okay, Florida State will never win every game. So you can't macro that, but maybe. I don't know. But that's really it. That's it, guys. That's it. So I hope that helped. I really hope that was helpful. If you want, I can go into some more detail about loops, but that's really like the long and the short of it. It's just a really nice thing to have, FRep, because it doesn't matter how long things take to load. You don't have to, you know, like use Nox macro recorder and like time, like, oh, I need to wait 30 seconds here. Just waits for the image, finds it, executes the steps. Good shit. Alright, well, I hope that's useful, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Should I use that? Is that a good, what should I say? I hope you guys use it, and Alabaster Finkelmeyer, Le Carpetron, Duke Marriott.